Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's poppington, people? It's early, and I wanted to get this on out of the way so that I can continue with my scheduled lives for later on. So those that are not morning birds, early birds, bitch, they can catch the replay, okay? So it's morning time, right? Storming. Yeah, and so I wanted to knock this on out. Good morning to those that are in the chat, bushwatchers and all. Even in the morning, you looking, ain't you? Hey, Rochelle. Hey, Boo Boo. Hey, Jen. Yep, what's poppin' and poo poo? Hey, I mean, it's pouring down around here. Yep, it's probably like maybe late 40s, early 50-degree weather. But before I even get into, what I wanted to talk about, man, Pisces season. Here we are, Pisces season, and these YouTube streets, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I had said yesterday it would just be best to resist the urge. Good morning, Rock. Yup. I see we got some early birds in the building. A few is okay with me. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna play around with these times on the morning and midday shows. But that will be the final step. You understand me? It's almost been a year, y'all. It's almost been a year for these midday shows. And I like to be able to, count and look back and say, okay, this is where I started and this is where I'm at. And so if I ain't able to do that, then I keeps it moving, baby. And I really don't like looking back. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe for me. Thumbs me up in this early morning hour. You know how it is. The same thing as the midday. For some regions, it might be too early for the sun to be out, but look, where I'm at, it don't look like sun's coming out today. Okay. So, as the highest form of energy, you be the sun. Okay. We already know that. So what is this Pisces season giving? What is today's energy like? It's pretty much basically the same thing as yesterday. Just respect your emotion. Good morning, Kay. Yes. Yep. Hey, Rosenboo. Oh, okay. Rosalind, this is perfect. Now, I don't know if you have this number. Give me just 1 second. Okay. And I'm going to post Liddy City hotline number. You know we are the first to do it. That number is still in full effect. But I'm going to remind people of the Liddy City number now. If you're Liddy VIP, you can use this number to reach out to me. I talk to Liddies all the time, okay? But this is the number, 353. I think it's 8011. When this is over, sometimes today, Rosalind, can you call me? Call the Lid's hotline number, okay? One more time, 353. Yeah, hit that line if you can. Sometimes today. It doesn't have to be right away, okay? I'll post it for you really quick. Good morning, everybody. Hey, KT. Yes, I'm glad to see. Look at y'all. Okay. Early in, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I ain't really no morning person. But due to circumstances, girl, I'm up. Due to circumstances, girl, I am up, okay? And we're going to make it worth every minute, okay? So, yes, resisting the urge. Now, in the Pisces season, the energy, you have to Pay homage to your emotion. Respect your emotion. Respect the energy putting you through an emotional jerk. That's what's going to happen. You will have no choice but to acknowledge your emotion in this Pisces season. There might be a heightening of compassion in this Pisces season. You might be in a forgiving mood. You might want to forgive something that you haven't done in the last cycle. And we all know that forgiveness does not mean that you're weak. It just means that you're over it, right? Sometimes you got to forgive for yourself, okay? Now, we all know that forgiving doesn't mean fooling with. You can forgive and not fool with at the same darn time. Get into that, okay? But I do feel like this Pisces season is going to make you face your fears, make you face your emotion, and bring that compassionate side in you, out. You ain't gonna have no choice, okay? But that's the positive side, because we have to face everything. And then, the people that choose not to face, well, you might have a hard time. And as I said, depending on your angles, these energies will affect you differently, but still have some small effects. So for instance, there will be certain zodiacs where, it will really take control. Okay. But then there will be zodiacs that it may not affect so much, but you'll still feel it. Okay. You'll still feel the effects. The astrological lining is not a game. Okay. Which is why you see some of this chaos round here to the YouTube. Girl, what is the matter? Ooh. It's crazy. They don't like to listen to me. They don't like to listen. That's too bad. One moment. Yes, yes, yes. It's not just on the YouTube. For people that are on Facebook, it's chaotic on Facebook. For people that are on Instagram, you'll see people cutting up on Instagram. Now, a good little exercise that everybody can practice. If you have a smartphone, an iPhone, or any other social media platforms, go to your platform, your media platform, or your phone, and remind yourself of what it was like this time last year. Yeah, what was it like this time? And that's always a good thing to do, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. In this day, you can't keep a phone. If you have kids, it can be from 5 years on up. They're always going to get your phone. They're always going to be, you can't even hold a phone for memories. A lot of people keep their phones and store their memories in their phone. You better lock it up, because these kids they're going to get to it. Okay. But if you can go back 1 year, and what was you doing 1 year ago? What was the energy like for you 1 year ago? And when you learn to do that, or if you can remind yourself, because a lot of us are busy, and a lot of us go by that standpoint of not looking back, which is a good thing. But it's also a good thing to pay attention to the cycle. So if you have time to do that at some point in the day during your downtime, go to your archives. What was it like 1 year from now on this day then? And you'll be able to pay attention to the cycles, right? And as I said, for each zodiac, it does vary. Energy can be heavy or it can be light. Nonetheless, you can look around and see that it's affecting some, and I had mentioned that it's so easy, you guys. It's so easy to come out and talk about that and them and over there and around there. But is it worth it? You can either be a part of it, or you can set yourself apart from it. And, one thing personally, and I know there are probably many people that can resonate with this, I don't like repeating myself. Listen, I raised my kids that way. I was raised that way. Hey, baby, what's going on, Day Day and fam? If you're listening, and if you're listening with your ears, then why do I have to keep repeating, myself or going over the same thing over and over? It's redundant. And, I don't know who got that kind of time. We got to be mindful of our ego being in the way, pride being in the way, being afraid to take an L, being afraid to lose. Some of the most prosperous people have lost a battle, lost a fight, but won the war. And I think people forget about that. It's going to be a fight. The best of people have a fight. The best of people fall out. What's more important, winning the fight or winning the war? And I do believe that we have to intake mind-altering substances. I mean, we all have a habit. Some don't, and kudos to those who don't. But in this day, because of people not being as active as they used to, you better know that in this pandemic time, baby, people done picked up some habits, picked up some pounds, made a few friends, lost a few friends, and this here internet has got strong. I'm talking about strong. It's actually a realm that is taking over like reality. A lot of people will give up their everyday exercise. You don't go hang out anymore. You don't go kick it over your families anymore. You don't watch everyday TV anymore. You don't have any extracurricular activities because the internet is all you need. And we must understand that is a planned prophecy, bitch. They planned that, and it's going great. It's going great, okay? And before you know it, we're all going to be walking around like little robots. You better believe it. So just keep in mind of the mind control, and do something about it. And when I look back, I can say, wow, I look at some of these channels that are taking advantage of somebody else's pain, somebody else's downfall, somebody else's discrepancy. And I must say, at one point in time, I would have took advantage as well. But when it's time to rise above, you got to rise. Listen, it is a such thing as going way too far. There's so many lessons involved in what's going on this internet right now. Hey, Renee, baby. And I'm sure that more than one or two people can grasp several things from what's going on right now, y'all. I mean, if you can't learn in one way, baby, you can learn in another way. I mean, there's so many examples of what not to do. There's so many examples of who not to fool with. There's so many examples of how not to handle it. Wow. So people think it's a game until it really gets real. I mean, when it really gets real. And when you think about it, the only thing that really is protecting some of these people is this screen. Because some of the stuff that's being done on this internet wouldn't dare go down in real life. And don't you ever think that people haven't taken it real life like and did something about it. And I ain't talking about just going to sue a bitch. I'm talking about getting them hands to the point of no return, or some steel, threatening intimidation. You know, at one point, does somebody say, okay, F you? I'll say F you in a minute. You understand me? I'll say, girl, bye, boy, bye, get up out of here in a minute. You never even mattered. Honey, if I don't matter to you, bitch, you don't matter to me. But that's just me, okay? That's just me. Now, the latest phone lines are open. If you want to have a nice little morning, chit chat, you're welcome to do that. The phones are always open. I've been doing that for about a week. I did forget to remind people, but I want to move on to why I did this morning show, which I think will play right in hand with what we just talked about, y'all. I need people to remind themselves, oh, it can get ugly. And you have to be careful about who you have around you, who you tell your secrets to, and repeating the same old cycles. Shout out to all the ladies in the room. Good morning. And I'm shocked. Do y'all sleep? Little ham in the morning. What y'all doing up? So that lets me know some of y'all have lives, right? At least 50 people do. And so I'm glad to see y'all. We made it. It's another day. And some people would look at it as another dollar. But either way, you got to respect, your existence. And sometimes it's okay to take baby steps, you guys. Even if you grown, you could still take baby steps. Say that to yourself one time for the one time. Even if I'm grown, I can still take baby steps, no matter what that is. I don't care what that is. If you want to quit smoking, take a baby step. If you want to quit lying, take a baby step. If you want to quit stealing, take a baby step. It's baby steps. It's levels to this. You didn't get to be the beast or the monster or the liar or the harasser that you are. Just boom, all of a sudden. No, you gradually felt empowered to be that way. So take baby steps in reverse. Get it together. Now, if you don't, then you could be next. And that's the biggest thing that I don't think that people recognize. It's all fun and games when it's somebody else, but the very same person that you laughing at, indulging in the bull with, you'll be next, okay? And you're not going to know when that is. And that's the scary part about it. Shout out to all the ladies in the room. Thumbs me up in this Pisces season. Shout out to all the Pisces in the building. It's your time. Represent if you want to. And let's get into these celebrities for the one time. Thumb me up if you don't mind. So, Cardi B, right? One of America's favorite rappers. Well, Cardi B is in the headlines. She always seems to be in the headlines around about the same time that Nicki Minaj does, okay? And we've been knowing that. We've been knowing that. Some kind of way she's going to find herself or make herself known in the headlines. She always does that. In her defense, I guess that's what you're supposed to do when you're a celebrity. If you're not doing anything for the blogs to keep you popping, then I guess you got to do that yourself. Okay. And so we get it, right? Excuse me for the little visual issues here. It's always some money, but it ain't gonna stop me, okay? So hopefully y'all can see this. I don't know. One of my devices is acting up. Let me know if you can see Cardi B on the screen. Can y'all see her? Taco Tuesday. Really quick, let me check. Let me see it. Tell me if you guys can see Cardi B on the screen. I don't have my other device to be able to know. Okay. Let me go out and come back in. Okay. With power struggles between world leaders, right? So once again, here Cardi B is talking politics. Cardi B speaks on being annoyed with power struggles between world leaders, right? She says, if I don't say the right things, I might get murked, or the K word, whatever you like to use to describe the end all. Now, what's crazy about this is that this is not the first time Cardi B has said this. Matter of fact, Cardi B is not afraid to mention anything about, I feel like, what is that brotherhood that we talk about, that we know she belongs to, right? But sometimes we got to stick to our guns, right? Yeah, let's take a listen really quick.
But I'm just gonna mind my business because sometimes I feel like I have such a big platform that if I don't say the right things, I might get killed. But I'm really not on NATO's side. I'm really not in Russian side. I'm actually in the citizen side because at the end of the day, the world is having a crisis right now. There's inflation not only in America but everywhere in the world. It's really hard to get the economy back up. There is so much shipments and embarkments backed up. China's not really messing with us, so a lot of things are behind. A lot of goods are behind, and this shit just made it way more complicated. So I'm just really annoyed by this, and I really wish that all world leaders right now just really come with a logical conclusion. But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she really tried to get into it in that little statement. Now, she did make a lot of valid points. The entire world is in a crisis. There are things that are debatable that she said, but I'm not here to debate her. I do think Cardi should stick to rap. I don't think speaking on politics is her thing. Okay, but she is entitled to her opinion as a citizen, all right? Y'all give me 1 second. Not even in the morning. Even in the morning, I can't have my stuff to myself. Calgon, help. Oh, child, it's pouring down. I'm talking about it's dark outside, like dark. Hey, Annie and Royletta. Good morning, everybody. Yep, Grand Rising. Ain't it a blessing? Yes, and we're gonna take full advantage, honey, because by the time I get into, everything that I want to get into between, the combination of both channels, hopefully the people that tune into me, hopefully will continue to grow, and the people that tune into me will understand that time, oh man, is getting short. If you haven't had a chance to look up the 2024 plan on your spare time, do that. Do that. Look up the 2024 plan that was put in place all the way back in 1920, 1921, after the Spanish flu. Okay. So there's a whole lot of things that are unfolding right in front of our face that we have been warned about a very long time ago, but we just don't take it serious. It's more about engaging in other people's trauma. Ask yourself, what would you do if the grocery stores closed down permanently? I ain't worried about China not dealing with us, Cardi. Who cares? At one point in time, we didn't deal with China. Get your shit straight, sir. We ain't worried about no China dealing with us. As a matter of fact, that's the problem. Invasion of privacy. I bet you didn't know that they have all of your information from the time you was born till right now in the Philippines. They call it public record all the way from another country. But that is because we have integrated business. And don't you ever think that even all the way over in China, they aren't focused on the Black American dollar. It's all about Black economics. This is why you have places like Fashion Nova, places like Lovely Wholesale, places like Wish. This is all to intrigue, your melanated money. And so once you start studying the 2024 plan, then you really take it seriously about we are running out of time. And so when you ask yourself, what do we do? What do we do? So I think it's best to go ahead and prepare for anything. You should always be preparing for a disaster. You should always be preparing for a hard time. It's crazy because about 10 years ago, they start coming out with these TV shows. They start coming out with these TV shows, these survival TV shows, right? And y'all think that's for no reason? They're showing you that one day, bitch, this could be you. And it's not funny because I'm serious and so are they. Now you can find those survival channels on the Discovery Channel, so many of them, and so people better take heed, because I definitely don't think it's a game, not at all. And as we say, Cardi B may not really be able to get completely in depth about politics, but she is making a very valid point. There is documents that would support that some of the world leaders, combination of Russia, America, and Korea, they are all dictators. They get in, have a great big meeting every so often, and they would declare that war is necessary every 15 years. And so when you think about it, isn't it about that time? They tell you that they support peace, but when you look around, they really don't. And so maybe the good thing about what Cardi B said is that, she has some younger followers. She has some younger followers that maybe will take a second look at what she says. She does have a pretty, massive following. Maybe they'll take a look at what she says and look deeper into that, even if she didn't, get all the way into it or portray it in a certain type of way. And Cardi B will always mention that she feels like if she says too much, that they will kill her. It ain't the first time that she said that. Speaking of Cardi B, right? That ain't the only thing that she's in the headlines for, okay? So we all know that Cardi B sued Tasha K for $4 million, okay? But Tasha K, they said she dropped by the neighborhood with a message. They say, child, the game ain't paid that lady $7 million, meaning the game from the VH1 dating show that he was on, that one of the contestants sued him, and they said he ain't paid her yet. But I don't know, because she sued him for $11 million. I don't know, neighborhood. You might want to get your facts straight, right? It says Tasha K speaks on the $4 million she has to pay Cardi, and she says, I ain't got it. Now, for those that might not know, there are certain TV series that you can order. Okay, you can order these TV series for like $5 a month or $200 a year. Okay, like Fox Soul, little apps. TV, everyday TV is becoming an app. Everything will be an app. I mean, pretty soon you won't be able to blink without an app. Okay, so there's a new TV show called All Black Everything. Okay. And so Tasha K did an interview with this app or this particular TV show that consists of the majority Black people. Okay. Now I don't know if this was a good time for Tasha K to do an interview, especially being that it's still relatively new. The lawsuit and everything. That let's not forget that Tasha K is appealing the judgment that was made against her for the $4 million. Okay. Good morning, Lizzie. Good morning, Lucy Pooh. Glad to see y'all this morning. Grand Rising. So let's just take a quick little sneak peek at the questions that were asked to Tasha K at this interview and what her response was.
You have to pay a celebrity. A lot of conversation has been is do you even have that amount of money to pay in this lawsuit? Like is Tasha K worth that amount of money to pay that?
I ain't got it.
Wait.
Don't ask for no money. I ain't got it.
Oh, good morning, Ludi Pooh. Good morning, Miguel. So Tasha K was asked, are you even worth $4 million? Now I would think that Tasha K would by now be worth $4 million. She's been on this internet a little bit under 5 years, I believe. Very successful platform, not one but a couple. Why don't you have $4 million, Tasha? Now keep in mind that she does pay a staff. I'm sure, she has everyday life. She just bought a house and all of that. But I feel like a lot of melanated people, before you go trying to get rich, you need to take financial classes and master them. Okay. 5 years, millions of subscribers, but you don't have $4 million. Okay. Let's take a listen to that one more time. Now, the lady who's asking her name is Kendall. She is one of the co-hosts on the All Black Everything TV series or app series.
Things in place that takes care of things like this. Now, of course, the appellate court and the Supreme Court is in process right now.
So that is true. You're not trying to pay that $4 million. Do the appeal.
No.
Okay, so then Kendall goes on to ask her, so do you intend on paying the $4 million? And Tasha K, meekly says, no. I mean, and I don't know if I blame her. Who would? $4 million? Okay. I'd say I ain't got it too, wouldn't you? Anyway.
and then
You got
So, we always got to be careful about these celebrity bloggers or these celebrity interviewers who come out and just blatantly ask these questions. For one, we wouldn't want Tasha to further incriminate herself. She was, that judgment was against her by a court of law, so I do think she should be very careful about what she says. Good morning, Fine, and Miss Jill. Hey, Benita, baby. I think she should be very careful about what she says. Okay. And this goes to show the redundancy in the industry, YouTube or not. People just don't learn their lesson. The reason why you're being sued is because of what you say and how you say it. We know Tasha to not have a filter. Now, I respect Tasha. I like Tasha K. Right. However, I don't think this was a good time to do an interview pertaining to her appeal that is now sitting at the desk of a judge in the Supreme Court. Okay, so this is a pretty big deal. One more time.
Allegedly, at this moment, I think it's $4 million. You have to pay a celebrity. A lot of conversation has been. Do you even have that amount of money to pay in this lawsuit? Like is Tasha K worth that amount of money to pay that?
I ain't got it.
That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. Okay. That's just like if I took let's say I took Charlie to court and I'm suing her for 10 million. Well, if she ain't got it, she ain't got to worry. I can't give you something I don't have, lady. Okay. I do think it is a good decision to appeal this because a lot of us may agree or agree to disagree that Tasha K was made an example in this situation. Now, Tasha K did go pretty hard at one point in time. She also was fair warned at one point in time. This is also her second appearance on this matter. But okay, that I ain't got it part, that gave me life because I think that would be like the national anthem for somebody trying to drink, milk you or something you ain't got. Bitch, I ain't got it. Okay, I ain't got it. Get it off the roof.
I always working on this. I was so glad
we have business things in place that take care of things like this. Now, of course,
now, she says that she has business things that will take in place, probably meaning insurance. I mean, when you are branded LLC, trademarked up, all of that, INC'd, all of that, okay, incorporated and all that, you better have some insurance because there are going to be people coming for you, especially if you're unfiltered like Tasha K. Now, we've watched Tasha K do a turnaround, okay, but we've also watched her lose subscribers, okay? And I know firsthand as a content creator, the way you come in is the way you have to go out. You build up this following, you build up this support, but they are based on a certain type of character. And you almost have to follow through with this character or you will see things transform right in front of your face. It doesn't matter how many people say, oh, I support you. I support you. Ignore the negativity. But when you do ignore the negativity, they ain't going and they ain't coming. Okay, they only going to come around and be plentiful when it is drama and you are unfiltered. Now, we do know that being unfiltered is kind of the melanated way. I mean, we got people in our family, okay? Some of us are unfreaking filtered, right? Some unfiltered people, they just choose not to have a platform because they don't want to, so to speak, put their foot in their mouth, okay? So I understand. But part of Tasha K's core is to be unfiltered and tell it like it T.I. is. That's what people love about her. Okay. So yeah, the people are saying that they feel like she was made an example out of, and $4 million was way over the top. Flame it up if you agree.
The appellate court and the Supreme Court is process right
now. That is true. You're not trying to pay that $4 million to the appeal.
No. That's what the
Now, that little bitty clip right there, this is new for Tasha. She doesn't, maybe she doesn't know that the higher you go in court, the more the R word they get. I mean, you might have about a 3% chance in your local judgment, your local jurisdiction to get a judge that look and is complected the same as you. But when you start going up that chain of command, you hit that Supreme Court. I mean, that's probably the highest form of racism, so to speak. And so all it takes is this little clip right here to show, what could be considered as gloating or bragging or blatantly just saying, I ain't got it and I ain't paying. Was this good for the up and coming appeal for the Supreme Court? I don't know, Tasha. Okay. Let me leave my opinion out of it. That's for the people to say, oh, and the Supreme Court, bitch.
And then
who's trying to pay for $1 million?
Now, then the lady named Kendall who's interviewing her, she goes on and says, well, them YouTube money is big checks. Not when you got to split them 10 ways. She's got to pay her management. I think that's her husband. She probably has more management. She's got an assistant. She's got editors. She's got production. She's got a lot. She's putting out a lot of money as, Just as much money as she's accumulating, she's also putting that out as well. And don't forget, when people sue you, they don't just sue for what you have at that moment. If you are a brand owner or business owner, they sue you for your potential. What your potential, what your potential is. What do you gross yearly? What can you gross 10 years from now? And that's exactly what happened to Tasha K. And I love the filter. I love the unfiltered part of Tasha K. But one thing you ain't gonna do, you ain't gonna bait me when it come to my bread, bitch. Okay, nope. Don't worry about my YouTube check. Worry about you asking me about something that I actually need to win to not be in Cardi B's pocket for the rest of my life. I mean, Cardi B could potentially be in Tasha K's pocket for the next 20 damn years. Okay? Ooh-wee. And I know that ain't no good feeling. Okay? I know that's not a good feeling. So next we have another little clip. Shout out to all the ladies in the room. I'm so shocked. So if you just entered the room, I had mentioned that I wanted to go ahead while I felt the energy to knock this morning show out, which will soon be a midday show. And I'm shocked that you all are here. As a matter of fact, there's more here than it is midday. And so that's why you always have to exercise all of your options. Good morning to y'all. Glad to see y'all around town, Liddy City for the one time. Okay. Now let's take a look at this other clip really quick, if you don't mind. Because we're gonna focus on this Tasha K thing for the one time, right? It was pouring down, y'all.
Ben, do you even have that amount of money to pay in this lawsuit? Like this Tasha K worth that amount of money to pay that?
I ain't got it.
And you also have to be mindful about people that'll laugh with you. The 9 times out of 10, they'll be the same people that's laughing at you. I think that laughter that we just heard was a mixture between laughing with and laughing at. Okay.
We have business things that takes care of things like this. Now, of course, the appellate court and the Supreme Court is in process right now.
No, that is true. You're not gonna pay that for a million. You're gonna do the appeal.
No. That's what the vote.
And then
who's trying to pay for a million dollars? You gotta get away from it.
That YouTube money is big checks.
It's good, but I got two children.
In this lawsuit.
Well, Tasha K has spoken. Now, I will say that was a good question, because inquirer minds wanted to know, is Tasha K worth $4 million? I believe that she absolutely is, especially with the potential, with her potential. Okay, so next I want to move on. I think the Shade Room had a couple of articles that they covered. Okay. So you can find this on the Shade Room. You can find this on Neighborhood Talk, and you can also find this on site. That's another blog that I like to skim through. This might be the same thing. They all compete.
Lawsuit allegedly at this moment, I think it's for.
Now, CNN says, even CNN did an update about this, you guys, which I definitely find strange and suspicious. Cardi B awarded total of $3.8 million in defamation lawsuit. So anytime CNN speaks on something, that there was an example being made. Now, believe it or not, Cardi B is always watching. You guys know that, okay? That's something that has kind of always agged me, kind of like irritated me, agitated me from the very beginning, even before the fame. I believe it was around Cardi B's first debut on Love and Hip Hop. She really began to take to Instagram And even for small, regular, everyday people, Cardi B is infamously known for responding to just about any and everything. So, of course, she got whim of the interview and has already responded in a matter of less than 24 hours. She says, think it's a game, but trust me, I'm coming for everything. Uh-oh. I said, she said, think it's a game, but trust me, I'm coming for everything. Now, I mean, I absolutely don't think it's a game. You know, whenever the media blows these, whenever the media blows these celebrities up, they do it in a way to make it seem like they are the richest people on earth. Okay. But we all know that there is no limit to, being rich. Like, the richer you are, the more rich you want to be. Okay. And so I really wish Tasha K would take it easy. We know that she has millions of, supporters, or hundreds of thousands of supporters that want to see her prosperous. And sometimes you have to bite the bullet. So, as far as my opinion on Cardi B, I think that she should be held responsible and accountable to the same thing that Tasha K is. Okay. We've heard Cardi B say little things, especially pertaining to Nicki Minaj. Okay. We've seen allegations, heard things. We've even heard her go back and forth with regular people. Okay. And so it's not a one-way street. It should definitely be a two-way street. And I don't believe that Cardi B responding, okay, because Tasha K is a blogger, and I don't care, what Cardi B has going on. She can't take that right away from her, okay? Now, she can sue to keep her from speaking allegedly about her, okay? But she can't stop her from being a blogger unless she drains her dry, meaning energy and all, okay? So on the Shade Room, Tasha K did respond, okay? The Shade Room says, Tasha K says she ain't got it when she was asked about the million she was ordered to pay Cardi. And then Tasha K comments and says, 50 Cent, The Game, Tierra Marie, Stoney, and Tasha K, I'm in a bind, Nate. Okay, and this comment did get almost 7,000 replies. So there are many people following the update with the update. Okay. Oh, Tasha, girl, we love you anyway. You better get a part-time. Tasha in no sleep. She got to work hard, especially coming out doing interviews like this. Now, myself personally, I love me some Missy Elliott. Okay, love her. And so I can't play the music, but Missy Elliott is coming through with the icy self-portrait. Get into that. Now, I don't know if she designed that herself, but I haven't seen not one male rapper with a piece that's cleaner than that. Talk about that put power. I said that Yussie power. Y'all know about that Yussie power? Okay. And so it's something extraordinary, not only about the mindset of Missy Elliott, But this particular piece, watch all of the celebrities follow her lead. You're going to see them with colored pieces, and because Missy done brought the yellow diamonds and the gold back, bitch. I mean, this is how you know when agendas are put in place. Yes, they are, Rock. Yes, that's how I'm feeling, and I'm glad you are too. Because we just peeping game for the one time. A queen is a queen, a goddess is a goddess, okay? And you always know when there's a hidden agenda. Some of us when we were younger, we were taught that gold is everything. But in this day, if you ask your kids, your nieces, your nephews about gold, girl, they don't want it. Okay, they don't be wanting no gold. It's all about platinum. And last time I checked, that silver, bitch. Okay, give me the gold. I said me gold. Give me the gold, okay? And I think that it's going to take somebody like Missy to set that trend for the 2022. Don't forget, at one point in time, gold was like 4 times its value. So, they've been collecting it and hoarding it and holding it for some specific reason. Keep in mind, some of your rich and famous even eat gold, and that's for a reason, okay? Don't forget that your ancient Egyptians, a time ago, ingested gold as well. So we know that there is a superior value to the element gold. Okay, so shout out to Missy for that amazing piece. I mean, she killed the game out with that. Now I want to talk about this really quick, because if you are a Liddy VIP or a stalker of the Liddy VIPs, then you've seen jackets and coats like what we're about to see right on my very own page. Okay. If this didn't remind me of something my daddy would wear, I mean, I think he has this same damn coat. I'm not lying either. Okay. Take a look. So it was him and Michael Blackston. The Shade Room says Michael Blackston and Meek Mill were given the Spider-Man name tonight. Okay. It's crazy to me because you can sit here and laugh at it, but that very same coat that Michael Blackston has on, my father has one as well. Pimping ain't easy, bitch. Okay. And that coat costs a lot of money. Yep. You got to be a certain type of needy to dress like that. Okay. But a lot of these low lives wouldn't understand it. Yep. Good morning. Yep. Morning. I'm so, look at y'all. What is Poppington? What are y'all doing up? What you doing up? Shady Tea? Lord have mercy. I'm so proud of y'all. So as we move on in the was it the Shade Room? Yeah. Shout out to Shade Room, Black on Black operated. Folks on Twitter react to reports of Wendy Williams' talk show being replaced by Sherri Shepherd. Now, we already have put the hammer down about the whole Sherri Shepherd thing. Listen, Sherri Shepherd's time is over. Okay, the millenniums are not going to be interested in what Sherri Shepherd has to say. And don't forget that Sherri Shepherd has touched damn near every talk show as a guest on the internet or on the web. Okay, so according to a report by B. Scott, the Wendy Williams show is coming to an end in June. A new daytime television show is taking its place. Sherri Shepherd has been guest hosting Wendy's show in her absence, DLI, okay? But she is allegedly taking Wendy's daytime slot with a talk show of her own. Now, I mean, when you trying to get some, hey, baby, hey, Teresa Love, when you trying to get somebody to fit, it's just like when Alex Quebec left Jeopardy. Cancel the show, bitch. There is no replacement. Okay, it's just like if Vanna White couldn't turn the tiles on Wheel of Fortune no more. cancel the show, bitch. There is no replacement. Okay. It's like replacing Arsenio on the Arsenio Hall show. It's over. There is no replacing. Okay. So when you're trying to get somebody to fill a slot for Wendy, now I had already said, how many of y'all were in the midday show? Okay. About 3 months ago when I said I thought that Nicki Minaj would be a hell of a time slot replacement. I mean, you got to come with it. You got to have that heat. You got to have that energy. And Sherry Shepherd ain't got it, bitch. Okay? Lord have mercy. Sherry Shepherd has been guest hosting Wendy Williams' show in her absence day, Ella, but is allegedly taking Wendy's daytime slot with a talk show of her own. While Wendy hasn't confirmed the news, yes, Nikki would kill it, okay? It'd be the biggest show of all times. While Wendy hasn't confirmed the news amid her ongoing health issues, social media had a lot to say about the possibility of her saying goodbye to her from Ella Wendy Watchers. Listen, Sherry, throw the whole name and personality away. The only person who should be replacing Wendy Williams is Nene Leakes. No, ma'am. Nope. I don't feel like Nene knows enough about the industry. See, the reason why I said Nicki Minaj is because Wendy started off in the music industry. She sat next to Howard Stern for damn near 7 years. I mean, that's torture in itself. Okay, you have to have knowledge of music. You have to have knowledge of the industry. You have to have knowledge of fashion, and you got to be a boss. You have to have that shisty, feisty, spicy personality. And listen, I'm not discrediting Nene Leakes, but Nene ain't that popular. I mean, come on, quit playing with yourself. She could never stand next to Wendy, which is why at one point in time, Wendy gave her the boot. Okay, Wendy know her power, or at least the old Wendy did, the real Wendy. We don't know about this. We don't know about the new Wendy with all these health issues and big ankles. Okay, Jerome Trammell says Wendy Williams was a legend on radio and a legend as a talk show host. Absolutely, hammer down. The way she transitioned to TV and was at the top of her game, no one can ever do what she did. Okay, I got an idea of one person that could. Iconic in both fields. I hate that the Wendy show is being canceled. Me too. Okay. Whether you loved or hated her, she was elite. I agree. And I'm worried about Wendy. Like, this is weird. Okay. It's like, when it rains, it pours. So she damn near just done lost everything, even her career, and they froze up her finances. So that is like triple homicide, and then burning it down. Okay. TV is over. Podcasts are in. All Wendy Williams, the queen of radio, needs to do is start a podcast and she'll be on top once again. Man, you can't do that when you a clone, okay, and doped up. Then Shay Boogie says, I'm going to be so sad if Wendy Williams gets canceled. I hate she went out like that. Me too, Shay Boogie. Me too. Lex says, the Wendy Williams show is coming to a close after 14 years. That's older than some of y'all's kids. 14 years, okay? Wow, the end of an era. I mean, and they didn't even fair warn a nigga. They just like, first of all, they keep playing on our top. They keep playing on our time. Like they think that we you can't be stupid and slow, can you? I wouldn't know, okay? She says, despite all her controversies over the years, Wendy Williams is a legend and deserves her flowers. I agree. Whip Doja says the Wendy Williams show being canceled due to her health problems is actually so sad. I wish she was able to end the show on her own terms. She's forever going to be a TV icon. She is, because even the hardest of rappers, the meanest of celebrities, they all had a certain type of respect for Wendy because she earned that. Okay. Moneybag Hole says, if Wendy is going off the air, I'll say this. I hope her health is together or that she gets better. I don't think she cares about the show that much anyway, because now that they're handing out $100 million podcast deals, I said $100 million podcast deals. Bitch, let me take a breath. Woo! Woo! Good God. 100 mil? Ooh, wait. Who'd be better than unfiltered Wendy Williams? I already told y'all, but don't nobody listen to me till it's too late. Give Nikki the job. She'll handle it. Okay. Joy Marie says it's a sad day for Wendy watchers if news of her show being canceled in June is true. Whether you loved her or hated her, for more than a decade, Wendy Williams was the only Black woman on daytime TV who also produced her own show, Long Live That Purple Chair. Bitch, you better tell them, okay? The shoe camera, right? The hot topics. How you doing? I mean, come on. Let's take a moment for Wendy. God damn it. Poor Wendy. I mean, really, listen. Some people might need to reach out or something. Some people might need to reach out. Where we at with it? Okay, y'all, we an hour in. I'm stoked. Look at y'all. I can't believe y'all up in here this early. And I'm happy about it, bitch. Okay. Now, just a little eye candy before we get up out of here because I'm nasty. Okay. I'm just gonna stare at it. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Okay. This is my time. Fuck what y'all talking about. We got any meds on deck that can come and resuscitate me? Bitch, I need air. Oh, good God, Lord have mercy. Sausage matters, okay? I prefer Eckrich. Some bitches like Hillshire, give me the Eckrich, and I don't want the one that's split in two. I'll take the one that, the long one. Okay, and it's the Eckrich. It's got, it's got to have, like the one like Nicole ate. Lord, look at this. This is an Aquarius that's a breath of fresh air. Lord have mercy. Bitch, let me get on up off of here, okay? Shout out to all the ladies in the room. Good morning, 10. What's popping, 10? If the sun don't come out today, do your job. Do your biggest one today, okay? Do your biggest one. Y'all know what it is. Thumb me up before you leave out. Thanks for tuning in. I was going to call it Make It Make Sense with LOCA in the morning. I might still do that. Fucking love y'all. I do. And until next time, I holla.